Oh, here we go.
Tits.
Hi there everyone and welcome back to another SugarTits video. So today, I wanted to take a further look into this March for Australia rally and bring all the things to light that the media has no interest in showing us. If it doesn't follow this "look at these bigots" narrative, they're not likely to show you. So Bearing and myself just recently did a video on this, where if you're interested in the whole snazzy, oh look at the snazzies everywhere thing, you can go and listen to it there. I also did another video recently, more specifically about Operation Raise the Colours over in Britain, but this March for Australia rally seems to have trickled over from things going on there. So while other countries around the world are feeling their own heat from the subject of mass migration, including Japan, which is not on this list, here in Australia there was a rally organised to protest. What it was really about was everyday, normal Australians voicing their concern about the government's policies to ship in a shit ton of migrants while people are struggling to live with growing everyday prices of food, house bills are rising, there's a lack of housing crisis, making it almost impossible if you're a first-time home buyer or even just looking to rent a house, which has seen more and more people living on the streets in tents. Very sad and very worrying. A lot of people are genuinely concerned about how their kids are going to handle this. But no, the lefties and the liberal media want to paint them out as all racist xenophobes. Basically, aka bigoted assholes. And it's not just the media who are trying to spin this narrative. Government officials and even the Prime Minister of Australia has called this march a platform for the neo-snazzies. Jesus, I hate saying snazzies on here. You sound like such a wanker, don't you? Saying snazzies. Why can't I just say Nazi, Nazi, Nazi? Okay, that's better.
And Australia isn't a place where we walk with Nazis.
Yesterday's march was peaceful and was an opportunity for people to express their concern about what is happening in Gaza.
But when ordinary Australians march with their own flag, all he talks about, all he can focus on is the handful of extremists.
They weren't big numbers in the scheme of things in a nation of almost 27 million people, let's be clear here. But what we have here is neo-Nazis being given a platform.
Now, I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to try and pull the wool over your testicles. Some neo-snazzies did rock up to these events and hijack the microphones. But what they didn't want to show you is most of the people there either booing or walking away as they talked. But it doesn't matter, I guess, because it seems that if you're walking in the same proximity as a snazzy, that makes you a snazzy associator. That makes you a snazzy lover.
The footage from this March for Australia rally is fucking
That's very cute. Ready?
Ah yes, Abby Chatfield, the butt plug feminist selling bimbo of Australia. Crabby Chatfield.
it is so embarrassing. And they're the exact kind of people that you would imagine would go to these fucking rallies. They don't even know what the fuck they're there for. All they're fueled by is hate and racism. And they want to blame other people because they are such fucking losers.
What a bitch, right? I mean, can you believe the tits on this bitch? Sitting there laughing in hysterics.
That's very cute. Ready?
As she calls the so-called people of the march racists, when she knows very fucking well who turned out. But no, she wants to convince all of her followers that if you believe in this cause, if you're an everyday normal Australian worried about the cost of living, then you're an asshole bigot.
Like, they are such losers. Like, when you actually see them in the flesh, they are, like, I have a strong feeling yet again that maybe the reason why your lives are shit has nothing to do with immigrants. I think it might be that you are incoherent, incompetent victims.
Please stop dehumanizing me. Please, you can criticize my content, you can criticize my work, just I'm begging you to stop lying about my intentions and stop saying that I have a personality disorder. LOL.
And I wonder if everything you've got on, everything that you're waving, those flags, was it all made in Australia? Have you all gone and handmade those? Or are you profiting off the labour of different countries?
See, this dumb bitch seems to think that conflating the idea of buying things from foreign countries and mass importing immigrants from other countries is the same thing. You're barking up the wrong lesbian bush with that one, you dumb fuck.
I'm going, You are all such losers. And then you know what, guys? Tomorrow, your lives will still be shit. Is because of you. You're the reason why your life is shit. All these fucking white people.
You heard it there, normal everyday Australians. You're the reason why your life is shit. You're the reason why you're living in a tent. You're the reason why you can't find somewhere to live. You're the reason why you're struggling to pay your bills. You're the reason why you have to bust your nut, almost killing yourselves to work multiple jobs just to put food on your family's plate.
You're the reason.
That's very cute.
What a cunt.
But it's exactly where the left are going to try and push this, and they're going to say this was a neo-Nazi protest, this was racist. The majority of people there are not neo-Nazis, are not racist. The bulk of the people that turned up to the protest today are saying our country no longer looks like what our country used to look like. And to blanket them all as racist, to blanket them all as neo-Nazis is a mistake. It is not going to end well. This country is divided. This country is really walking very, very close to a tinderbox.
I mean, there you go. That sums it up in a nutshell, doesn't it? The majority of people who went to this were normal, everyday Australians. Not extremists, not snazzies. And to paint the majority of these people who showed up as such is disgusting. Here's a clip I found of some funny bastard who, funnily enough, is a migrant, explaining why mass migration is not a good thing.
So at the moment, we have the federal government, which is the cinema over here, represented by someone behind the counter selling tickets. And over here is our country, represented by a movie. The movie is called Australia. The normal process is that, we hear that Australia is the next biggest new movie, the next biggest blockbuster. We can't wait to line up at the cinema to watch this movie. Due to limited housing, limited seats, limited space, the cinema is packed with people, and the status now is full. This mofo, the dorky pimple teenage mindset politician, decides to keep selling tickets so people keep coming in to watch this bloody movie called Australia. They were fine before, but then more people come in, and then, people are walking in front of the fucking movie and going, yalla, yalla. And then the people over here were like, who are these motherfuckers? Now, while I'm sitting over here with my large size popcorn, which I bought at the candy store, which used to cost $5 many years ago, but now due to inflation is now $20, which I'm really pissed off already. And it wasn't packed, and there were people in front of my fucking face while I'm trying to enjoy this movie called Australia. And suddenly no one's enjoying this movie called Australia anymore, right? In the cinemas, everyone's bickering, right? I'm having a fight with this Indian mate. Over here, Lebo's having a fight with another Italian. Then we have a new migrant coming in and go like, hey, excuse me, can I sit down? I'm new here. And the person sitting down over here is like, fuck off, mate, you dickhead. And be divided by our cultural differences. Let's just agree, we all got duped by this cunt over here. All right? This cunt is still selling tickets. And this cunt is raising prices at the candy store, making bank every day at the back office. Well, they keep selling tickets to the potential moviegoers of the world.
What a funny bastard. You can check out his TikTok channel at That Home Loan Dude. So anyway, I want to take a look at what really went on. What really went down at these marches. I want to bring to light what really happened. Stuff that you're most likely not going to hear from the biased media or the Shatfields of the world. Let's take a look.
I am so proud of you, Australians. I just think my heart's bursting. It's bursting out of my chest. I can't believe you are.
It's not about aggression. It's just about standing up and saying, hey, we're here. Please listen.
I decided to come out and stand up for my country.
This isn't about racism. We just want change. You come to this country, you respect the flag, you don't burn it, yeah? You respect the ground, you respect the heritage. You either adopt it and be a part of it or fuck off.
We are one Australia. We are not divided.
We're going to cover this country in our Australian flag. It is going to be beautiful.
Seems pretty innocent, doesn't it? When you're not trying to spin your bullshit that this whole march was organised as a glorified extreme right snazzy barbecue where they all bleached each other's hair and put in blue contacts so that they could be the perfect Aryan race. And the only things on the menu were pork and strudel or some shit. Oh, we're only serving pork today. And the majority of the media that I saw might as well have been saying this shit about not serving anything but pork. It was all Nazi this and Nazi that. But to be fair, not all. I did did find this gem of a reporter who just told it as it is.
Sydney's March for Australia assembled near Central Station around 12 o'clock today, but there was no problems with the crowd. There was no violence, despite what some people feared. There were fears today's march could get hijacked by far-right groups. That doesn't appear that's happened. And in fact, if there is another March for Australia, given what's happened here today, they're sure to get even bigger numbers.
Good on you. Good on you, buddy. No bullshit narrative, just the facts. And here are more videos from Just the Facts from everyday Australians, some who attended.
Too much migration in your view?
It's not just that in particular, but there's no room, there's no infrastructure.
We just need to have immigration under control. There is not enough housing for our own kids. I am petrified for my grandchildren.
They keep coming over in their numbers. Even over in Perth, they have over 100 people per rental inspection. Services are so full, they're only offering families of 6 $20 food relief in salvos. We are in crisis. We don't talk up today, we're a lost country.
Love migration, okay? I'm from a family of immigrants as well. The point is, how many you bring in the country? Where do you house them?
Australia's fucked. I don't even know if it's fixable at this point. All these high IQ people, educated people, they just hate themselves so much they wish they were never even born because of like colonisation. They're just assimilated into this sort of like national suicide cult project where you actually have to hate yourself so much you have to wish that you were never even born because of the sins of colonisation. And then you try to do a patriot rally and a bunch of feral, underclass, criminal, esche Nazis turn up. And these guys have like 15 IQ points and 100 criminal assault convictions between them. So how do you even have a country at that point? How do you even fix the country? All the centrist types and all the progressive types hate themselves and wish that they were dead because they're white and because their ancestors did colonization. And then people try to do a patriot rally and then just like literal schizophrenic feral Nazis pull up and they just look disgusting. They just look disgusting. If you look at them, like half of them looked homeless. So how do you even have a fucking country? And then the communists came out and they had the North Korea flags and they had Soviet Union banners and they were burning the Australia flag. So again, how do you even have a country at this point? I don't know if we can even fix it. I'm not even sure if it's salvageable. I'm so fucking doom-appealed and I'm so fucking sad.
You see, I get where he's coming from. It is fucking sad. It's hard to look at these rallies and then just have the media only pointing out the fact that there were snazzies, the fact that there were racists to attend. The fucking snazzies and racists attend everything. They went to the What is a Woman protest a little while ago. What the fuck does that have to do with being a snazzy? Oh, we want to remind you that the Aryan race only has his cock or vagina. We do not like transes. They just like to take any opportunity to come out and remind everyone that they exist. But we can't get sad. We can't get disheartened. We have to remember what this whole thing was about in the first place.
It was disgusting. See my little kids here? I wore that Aboriginal flag to show solidarity. March as one, together. And look what these fucking idiots have done.
I am Australian. You don't need to attack Australia, not Australia. Get out. Go fuck yourself.
My two little girls cry over a bunch of Nazi shit. Fuck off.
Unfortunately, we had the National Socialist Network dressed up in their black gear like fucking idiots, trying to overtake the thing, which they eventually did in a sense, and fucked it for everybody else. Like 20,000 people there wanted to listen to other people speak. They had to get up there and start talking their fucking bullshit rhetoric, got shut down, and the whole fucking thing went to shit. So pat yourselves on the back in National Social Network fuckwits for what you did, and you're a bunch of fucking weak dogs, because when I came over to you and I fucking confronted all this and I told you straight to your fucking face that you're pieces of shit, you don't speak for fucking all of Australia, and you fucked it for everyone else, you weak dogs.
Started talking, a lot of people booed him, and you can now see a lot of people leaving, so hopefully the media captures that to let everyone know that not everybody is a supporter of racism and mass deportations and criminality of just coming from another race.
So many people don't even know who he is, and they ask questions and they were like, we can't be associated with the Nazis. It's like, it is such a beautiful march, just been taken over, and it's very sad.
Message pretty loud and fucking clear. Most people there were not snazzies. Let's talk about for a second the counter pro-Palestinian protesters and their behaviour.
I'm bloody 80 in a couple of weeks,
and I've come here today to show my support for Australia. We're trying to do a march once. They're here every single weekend.
That's absolutely disgusting. If I was there and I saw that bitch spit on that 80-year-old grandma, I would have been right there too and put the bear slap down on that bitch. What a nasty piece of work. But that behaviour doesn't deserve any media attention. That behaviour stands because their cause is just. Because they're not the racists. They're not the troublemakers. What a crock of shit. Another talking point the media seemed to latch onto was a conflict involving Aboriginal protesters and a few tiny amount of dickheads who decided to get into a fight with them. They loved that shit. The media was frothing at the clam when they saw that. Yes, score one, more footage for the narrative. But let's not give too much attention to the Aboriginals who are right there with the March for Australia protesters, who agree with them. Let's not talk too much about that shit.
I'd like to congratulate those who marched yesterday. I know the vast majority of Australians that were out marching on our streets were marching because they love this country. And yes, we have every right. Just to be concerned with the levels of immigration into our country does not mean that you are racist.
The Palestinians, they come here, they're bringing their shit here, and they're protesting about their fucking country. Here, we gotta have problems. Fucking idiots.
But let's end this video on a happy note. Let's highlight the majority of people who were there, who were even migrants, who were marching for Australia and proud to be Australian.
So there's a lot of people saying this was a racist march, and we finally got someone who admits that they're a racist. So you can come on.
Hi, yes, I am racist. Like, you know, I'm Samoan, I came from Samoa. We entered this country.
Didn't you used to eat the Maoris?
Did we eat the Maoris? I think we were eating each other, yes. Like, today was not about race. Somebody told me that I'm a Nazi, I'm a racist. And in my mind, I was thinking, how am I racist towards my own people?
How are you a Nazi?
But that's the thing, when they don't have an argument, it's easy to throw the race card at anybody.
So do you tell them, like, I'm a milk chocolate Nazi?
Cappuccino latte.
Cappuccino latte Nazi.
Lovely. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to check me out on Rumble, BitChute or X, and I'll catch you in the next video. Tits out, everyone.